Hey guys, welcome to another At the Movies. Eliza and I here are going to be going over the second of the Munster movies, the Munsters Scary Little Christmas. And give me your thoughts. What did you think about this one?
I actually thought it was a slightly cheesy. I thought it was really cheesy. It was cheesy, and I was there for that in the form of the whole cheesy Christmas stuff about it.
Yeah.
But I also feel it's a narratively weak film.
Yes, definitely. And because from the last cast, Herman didn't. Edward Herman wanted more money. They refused. They decided to replace the entire cast, and this was not a great cast.
No, it wasn't. I think the only character on here that even works slightly is possibly Ann Magnuson as Lily Munster?
Yeah, but even then was so-so. She was nowhere near as good as Veronica Hamill.
Yeah.
And Sam McCurry, not the worst Herman, but nowhere near as good as Edward Herman.
It was interesting seeing Bug Hall as Eddie Munster because I personally knew him before from the movie The Stupids.
And I remember him from Little Rascals.
Because I loved The Stupids when I saw it as a kid. It's one of those really dumb films that you love.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, though, this, it's just, what to say about this, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have Herman asking for a raise, gets fired, taking on other jobs. It's like, wait, what? Really? I mean, I get it. Where he works and everything, you get what I'm saying, right? It makes sense.
Yeah.
You're not going to make that much money where he works. Oh, I got to say, weak as grandpa. Nothing against Sandy Barron, but he wasn't even close.
Not close in appearance, not close in attitude, not
Oh,
close.
yeah, what was with that long nose?
I have no idea. He was just so wrong for the role. Nothing against him. He's actually a
Rest in
actor.
peace. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace. And he's actually a really great actor, but this was the wrong role for him.
He was. And again, that nose just really stuck out. No pun intended.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's a good comedian, but it just felt like they just needed someone to fill the role, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though because on the show that was aired in the '90s, Munsters Today, he actually played Grandpa's brother, Jorgen.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I see that. I saw that on Wiki when I was doing research for this, and yeah, it was. I mean, that's a good connection. It might be one of the reasons why that warmed him up to it. But
he just never gets the personality of Grandpa quite right.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it just now. The idea of the Munsters, of course, Herman at the beginning, him doing the dancing aside, him coming there and scaring the carolers, that's typical Munsters, and it's a lot better than what the Addams would do.
Oh, yeah. To be honest, I love the fact that Herman's entire goal one of Herman's goals throughout this entire movie is just wanting to hear a Christmas Carol in full once.
Yeah, I don't blame him. And I gotta say, I do like how these people get in this and the other movie have given Eddie stuff to do. Feel like Eddie would normally think would fall by the wayside, but no, he's actually had decent stuff to do.
Yeah, Eddie is usually even in the shows. Eddie was always the least utilized character, which is kind of great that they gave him something to do in these films. It's just in this film, the thing that he's doing is being angry at Christmas because it's not like his Christmas is back in Transylvania.
Exactly.
Which I know what it's like to move to an entirely different area where Christmas is nothing like where it was before.
Oh, yeah.
Where the holidays are completely different. Because I spent most of my childhood in upstate New York. And then when I hit high school, well, late middle school, actually, like 8th grade, I moved all the way to Vegas. And Vegas is nothing like upstate New York.
Oh, I bet. But yeah, seriously, this for a Christmas movie, I would say this I've seen worse. I've seen much worse, but
oh, definitely.
I would rather watch Ernest Christmas over this.
Oh, Ernest Saves Christmas is one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Whereas this one, and I gotta say, I'm at least grateful that the original cast from the last one didn't come around for this. They might have salvaged it, but not by much.
Yeah.
The writing on this, what is up with the writing on this whole thing?
Some of the parts that feel mean-spirited.
It does. It really does. And I don't feel like the Munsters at all sometimes. It's like, I mean, especially with once they have Santa with them, then it's like, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Throughout the whole thing. And I will say this, though. I didn't notice that was Lily here. This is the one case where they made sure if they ever wanted to show off her cleavage, they did so here more than anybody others.
Oh, yes. Although that could be because it's Anne Magnuson, who is just a gorgeous woman.
Oh, and definitely. But let's be honest, the fact, I mean, the many times, like when she was giving Eddie tea and everything, I'm just like, hello.
Yeah.
It's like, and yet none of the others did that, so I have to always wonder that, right? And
yeah.
And now I gotta say a better actress for Marilyn here, if you ask me.
Oh, definitely. Elaine Hendricks really does a good job as Marilyn, although again, still not as good as
either of the two originals, right?
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, this movie is just. If you notice, I'm just breezing through it because really it's all over the map. And I mean, not as much as the next movie. The next movie is really all over the map, but.
Although the next movie, I have some things to say about stylistic choices, which are really interesting.
Right. Actually, the only way you know that this is a follow-up to the last one was Edna. Edna was the only one that was the kind of holdover that connects, makes you clear, oh, this is connected to the last movie.
Yep.
And even then, they got a different actress.
Oh, yeah. Although the thing that makes it even... The thing that I think drags down this movie the most is Larry and Lefty. Larry and Lefty are awful.
They are... very few people get things right. And, you do really know the guy who played Larry was the suit actor for Howard the Duck.
I know.
And he was the suit actor for Chucky.
I know, it's Ed Gale. And normally, I like Ed Gale.
But again, he's more of a suit actor than he is an actual regular actor.
Yes. Although he has done some acting stuff himself, and he is actually decent when he does acting.
Right. But he wasn't given much to work with here.
He was given nothing to work with here other than be a spiteful elf.
Yep, and Mark Mitchell as Santa. Not the worst Santa.
No, not the worst Santa, by far. I kind of liked the conversation that he had with Eddie.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Best part of the film. Best part of the film, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely the best part, but just go off the rails here, and then eventually some of the stuff you're like, where did we get here? I mean, with the last movie, you saw how we got to certain spots. We got how their mind worked. Here...
There's a lot of contrivances.
Way too many contrivances that kind of don't make much sense. Like I said, this plot is very all over the map.
The entire biker bar is like the first people ever to never be afraid of Herman. And they all decide to go in and helping them and Santa. An entire biker bar.
At least they brought back his biker outfit.
Yes.
I think that's why. I
do love the fact that they replaced the reindeers with the bikers at the end. That was hilarious.
That's probably the reason why they did it.
It was just so great to see the bikers trying to run in order to get this. That was hilarious.
It was. I would say this though. Back to about Herman, Sam McCurry. He wasn't the worst. That's if you notice. Everything we're saying about this movie is it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Yeah. Although, there's also some cameos from other Munster characters in a blink and you miss it type things.
Oh, yeah.
Lester's there for a second.
Yeah, definitely. For like a second, it's like, wait, what? But
if you know Lester showed up in one episode. Wait, no. Was it one or two episodes of the original series?
One or two. You're right. One or two. I forget.
But he's always been one of those characters that fans remember because he's a huckster.
Oh, yep. He's a huckster, right?
Which, once again, next movie.
Yep, next movie. Yeah, no, it was one movie. But again, this movie just... If I was to rate this one would definitely be a 5. It's perfect, right in the middle.
I would also give it a 5. I think the thing that saves it most for me is some of the visual gags.
Some of the visuals, and again, it has a decent cast, just not a great cast like the last one.
Yes. It's here's the thing. I initially saw this when it aired on Fox. Was it just a Family Channel, or was it already Fox?
It was ABC. It was actually ABC by that point.
Okay. Because Family Channel changed its name so much in the 90s.
The Family Channel in general, yeah. The Fox and then ABC.
It went from Family Channel to Fox Family to ABC Family, but yeah, stop.
Yeah. But, I mean, and it shows. I think, apparently here, if John Landis was just merely an executive producer, in other words, his name was just on it.
Yeah. And the writer of it was Ed Ferrara, huh?
Ed Ferrara and...
for WWE?
I think so. And I just know there's none of the writers from the last movie. That explains a lot.
Yeah, he is mostly known for writing for the WWF, WWE.
Yeah.
That's his thing. They had a wrestling writer doing this script.
And wait, and then you have Kevin Murphy, the guy who's known for doing the Reefer Madness musical, and Heathers the musical, and wrote for Desperate Housewives. How did he come up? And apparently he worked on Weird Science, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the show, yeah. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, the guy. So in other words, the guy is varied. So I'm pretty sure he's had some stinkers. So now this is probably one of them, unfortunately.
The funny thing is that they have Kevin Murphy here, and he didn't write any songs for this movie.
I know, right? Heathers is one of my favorite musicals. Not my all-time favorite, but one of my favorites. And I just watched the version they had on Tubi.
I'm actually interested in seeing the new musical that he did. I think it was in like 2009. Wait, no, it was he did another one musical based on Legally Blonde, and I really want to see it.
Oh, yes, I've heard great stuff about that. But, yeah, this one was just run-of-the-mill.
Yeah, it was painfully average.
Definitely, I would say, though, it's still better than the normal, as in not great episodes of Munsters today.
Yes, but I still have a soft spot for Munsters today.
So do I. That's why I said the average episodes, not the great ones, but this is better than the average episodes of Munsters today.
Yes. And it's always better than the mini Munsters, which is...
I saw that, and the only thing that saved that one is that Al Lewis actually took part in it.
Anything is better than the mini Munsters.
Thank God that didn't get picked up. Thank God.
I mean, I'd even consider Mockingbird Lane better than that.
Mockingbird Lane was a good attempt, is what I will say.
Except for Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah. But it could have been worse, let's be honest. It could have been worse.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll see you on the next one as we close out this little trilogy with Rob Zombie's Munsters. See you then.